around the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should... Touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
It's Mixon on the counter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Tua.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mixon trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9.
Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
17. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Ready? Play. Go. 10. On the ball.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Mostert.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score.
Raheem Mostert.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
11 Thomas.
Back to Mixon on first down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down. Here's Mostert again.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, can.
They'll give it to Mixon. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried the sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
You yellow. Black Ultra.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On the ready.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Go Pete.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. And this one too low.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
38. Ready.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. From the gun, a run with Mostert. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
52. 10 cycle.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Room here to run. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
38 yards.
And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
A handoff running left, Mixon. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Here's a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 94 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Once again, it's Mostert. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
16 yards. And the Bengals first down.
A handoff to Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. 2 and now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.